I want to talk to you about 5 safe work-at-home positions that almost anyone can do right now. There's several reasons why you might want to work at home, including part-time income, flexibility so you can take care of other responsibilities. Perhaps you want full-time income, and that's something you can get from a work-at-home or remote position. And the nice thing about these jobs is that there's a very low barrier to entry, so almost anyone can do these jobs right now. Want to learn more? Let's do this. Welcome to Total Calling, where we help you do what you were made to do. I'm Brandon, and I've worked at home for over a decade at this point. I've worked at home full-time. I've worked at home as an employee, as a contractor. I've learned some things along the way, and I found a few jobs that almost anyone can do. Wanted to show you a little bit more about those jobs. So this is what we're going to cover. We're going to dig into what these remote jobs are, but I also want to tell you what these jobs are not. Then we're going to dig into the specific roles of these jobs that we're talking about, what the job description is, exact things that you might be doing, the compensation or pay that you would expect to get from these positions, as well as real life opportunities that are currently available as at the time of making this video. And it'll be something similar by the time you're looking to apply for some of these positions. But before we get into the exact positions that I want to talk to you about, let's talk about what these jobs are. Well, as the title suggests, these are remote positions. You can work from anywhere, so long as you have a computer, an internet connection, and sometimes some basic software that goes along with each of the positions. Next, these jobs are established in the work-at-home community. These are not fly-by-night positions that were here like this year and they're going to be gone in 5 years. And the nice thing about these positions is they require little to no experience. But I also want to tell you about what these jobs are not. None of the positions I'm talking about are get-rich-quick schemes. You won't get rich quick doing these positions, but you will find jobs where these are legitimate positions, where they will allow you to get paid for doing some legitimate work, a reasonable wage. I'm avoiding any of these companies out there that are aiming to get money from the potential employees or the contractors. Next, these are not companies per se, these are more general positions, and you can go to multiple websites to find out what kind of opportunities are out there. And lastly, none of the positions I'm talking about require years of experience. Now, there are some positions out there that do require years of experience, and the compensation tends to be a lot higher for some of those positions, like a software engineer, but we're not really talking about that for this video. These are low barrier to entry positions. Want to learn more? Let's dig into the first position. So let's jump into the first position, the virtual assistant. That is the person who's an independent contractor who provides administrative services to clients while operating outside a client's office. A virtual assistant typically operates from a home office but can access the necessary planning documents such as shared calendars remotely. Now, what do these guys do? Typical virtual assistant might perform tasks like scheduling appointments, making phone calls, travel arrangements, managing email. They also could do some bookkeeping, some blog writing, social media services, etc. What does a virtual assistant make? According to ZipRecruiter, an average virtual assistant across the nation, across the United States, makes around $40,000 a year or $19 an hour. Now that's going to range. It depends on who you're working for and where it is and how much experience you have. But that's a pretty nice wage for being a virtual position. As far as what kind of positions that are out there, currently right now, at the time of recording this video, over at Upwork.com, which specializes in contract 1099 positions. So these are not employee W-2 positions, but it's a great way to get started in the remote workspace. There are currently 13,252 virtual assistant jobs posted on Upwork right now. And some of these are going to be part-time, some of these are going to be full-time, but you get an idea. I'll put the link in the show notes page. You get an idea of what kind of positions are available right now for someone who's interested in becoming a virtual assistant. The second position I want to tell you about is this customer service rep, a virtual customer service rep to be specific. And this also is over at Investopedia. The customer service rep, what do these guys do? They're the direct one-to-one interaction people between a consumer making a purchase and a representative of the company that's selling it. Most retailers see this direct interaction as a critical factor in ensuring buyer satisfaction. So they're basically the people that are going to be taking care of all the client satisfaction or customer satisfaction related to a product or service that's sold. As far as what kind of requirements to be a customer service rep, well, you got to be accessible, knowledgeable, courteous. It requires excellent listening skills, willingness to talk through a resolution. The strong speaking skills are important, especially the maintaining the calm demeanor even if the customer doesn't. So your soft skills in customer service are really important, and you'll notice that a degree is not required for either being a virtual assistant or a customer service representative. Let's talk about how much you get paid for being a customer service rep. The average nationwide is $32,687 a year. That's pretty good. Again, it does depend on who you're working with, but $33,000 a year is not bad money for a remote working position where it doesn't require a whole lot of experience. As far as the positions that are out there, again, I'm going to go back to Upwork to talk through some of the opportunities, and I found almost 3,000 customer service jobs posted on just Upwork alone. Of course, this is just one site that has various positions that are available, and quite a few here. You can see the pay and the length of time and the requirements are going to be different for each position. So let's talk about writing or writers. I found this article over at writersedit.com, and the job description for a writer, if it's not obvious already, there are different types of freelance writing jobs these days. Everything from traditional magazine articles to an email newsletter to a Facebook post is fair game for a freelance writer seeking work. And the reason I picked this particular article is because I was interested in finding out what kind of writing you could do. Namely, you could do some article or feature writing, which would include magazines, newspapers, even websites, writing for websites. Also, there's content writing for websites or copywriting being kind of sales sorts of writing. And the aim of a copywriter is to persuade audience members to take a specific action. That's what I've done in the past. Blogging is another type of writing that can be done, as well as social media content creation, think Instagram post or Snapchat. Editing is another type of writing, and that's where you're stepping back and making sure the writer followed all the grammar rules that you're aiming to follow. And as far as the kind of pay to expect from writing, it's actually pretty good. I was surprised at how high writers can get paid. Not every writer is a well-established, well-fed writer, but some of them are. The average right now, according to ZipRecruiter.com, is $64,823 per year, or a full $31 an hour. Not bad for stringing a few words together. As far as what kind of positions are available, these positions over at Upwork, again, freelance jobs, not employer type or employee type positions. 9,827 writer positions posted over at Upwork right now. So they are really looking for a lot of writers at this point, and it's a great position if you're looking for remote work. By the way, if you are getting any value from this material, there's a great way that you can save it. The way that you save it is by liking the video, and then when you like this video, it's going to show up in your list of other liked videos, so you can always go back to it and check it out and watch it again to help you as you're thinking through a position that might be interesting to you as you're looking for remote work. So smash the like button, click it, and let's move on. Fourth position I want to tell you about, the sales representative. A sales representative is the person who presents and sells products or services to organizations, businesses, or government agencies. They contact potential buyers, present products and services, answer questions, discuss pricing. What's a salesperson do? Well, they generate some leads for companies. They exceed sales goals. They negotiate contracts. They prepare weekly, monthly reports. They give sales presentations to prospective clients, and they close business. That's the main thing a salesperson is going to do. If you're not closing, you're not eating. But the nice thing about sales is you do get paid quite well. Before we get into the pay, though, I do want to talk to you about these requirements, because according to Better Team, the position or the article that I'm looking at right now, they say that a bachelor's degree is required to be a sales rep, and I know that to be not the case. I think a bachelor's degree can probably help you to land particular positions. I know it helped me land my first sales position, but it's not an absolute requirement, because I've worked with too many people that don't have degrees and that were selling computers in my instance. Experience certainly helps, and if you don't have any experience, it is something that they do have sales training that's out there. You want a commitment to excellent customer service. You want to be really good at your written and verbal communication, and interpersonal skills might be the most important skill set to have, namely building quick rapport with customers and just doing a great job of managing that relationship in order to build some trust so that they want to buy from you. As far as what to get paid in sales, the average sales position, both with base and salary, is around $50,000 per year. Of course, there's the low end and there's the high end, but if you're really good at sales and you can do this even virtually, your opportunity is, I won't say unlimited, but it's quite good. So you can make well over six figures a year if you're very good at sales, depending on the company you're working for. As far as what kind of positions are available right now, Upwork has 4,211 sales consultant jobs that are currently posted. So there's a lot of opportunity for people who are interested in a virtual work as a sales professional. The fifth position I want to tell you about is actually the one that has the lowest barrier to entry. So if you are just interested in breaking into work at home, remote type work, this might be a great position to start with. Reason being, it's just the easiest to get into. Data entry professionals, they use computers and data processing programs to enter information into the database, documentation platform. Data entry job descriptions also may include transcribing data from recordings and phone conversation. Most data entry professionals work electronically. Paper documentation may be used as well, depending on the employer. What's going to be required of that position: great organization, excellent self-motivation, attention to detail is pretty important, ability to work independently or with a team, always being polite and courteous, some basic job skills, and also being deadline oriented. So these are the things that FlexJobs recommends, and I would wholeheartedly agree with those. As far as what people get paid, although it's a lower kind of pay than some of the stuff that we've seen before, it's also easier to get these kinds of positions. The national average is $27,000 and $27,655 per year, or $13 an hour. And as far as the kinds of positions that are available right now, there's over 8,000 positions for data entry clerks or data entry jobs that are out there over at Upwork right now. And again, this is just one website that's posting jobs for data entry positions. Ephesians 4:28 tells us, "Let the thief no longer steal, but rather let him labor, doing honest work with his own hands, so that he may have something to share with anyone in need." The apostle tells us that some of us were thieves before we got right with the Lord, and the thief is not supposed to steal anymore, but do something with their hands. And in all the positions that I just talked about, these are positions that you can do with your hands, and you'll be at home, you'll be working, and after you take care of your own needs, and after you actually enjoy some of the things that you're doing, you don't have to deal with all the stuff that's going on in the office or with commuting, you're gonna have a little extra to share with somebody who's in need. And what greater fulfillment is there than to do that which you are made to do, and to share in some of the blessings that you enjoy by the benefits that come through remote work. And if you're interested in hearing more about those benefits, I actually made a video about the benefits for remote work. So I want you to check that video out right there if you're interested. I will see you over there. All the best.